Okay, so welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show off the new changes I made, and we're going to work in replacing the instances of our game and allow it so we can just instance objects based off a script like this. And what I've currently added was an idle animation for the player, left and right slight tilts, jump animation, and as you can see, the coins have a float and also pickup animation. Not sure if I'm going to make any changes to these, but this is all I was able to get done this week because I had other stuff to do. So with that out of the way, let's go in and start setting up for the instance script. So with that out of the way, let's go in and open up base level. And what I'm going to do first is get rid of these two instances. We're not going to need those anymore. And let's go in and replace this with player again so we have it. Oops, that. Let me just double check to, yeah, there we go. Next time, erase that. So now that's out of the way. Let's go in and go to the base level here, and we're going to attach a script. Just need base level. And what we're going to do here is we're going to add in 3 constants called wall equals 0, const coin equals 1, and then const player equal 2. Export. And it's going to be called a package scene variable wall. Let's copy this now and make two copies. This is going to be coin player. That should be all good. Now let's make a function. Let's get that ready function, and we're gonna call it deferred function, but right now we don't need that. First, we're gonna go and make a function called setup tiles, which is gonna just be empty. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do for cells equals, and then we're gonna take the tile map and we're gonna get the used cells. And next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a for loop to go through these. And we're gonna now index these in the tile map. And I'm gonna get cell, and now we're gonna call cell.x, cell.y to get the index. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna match the index, and for every time it's the wall, we're gonna create a function called create instance from TileMap, and we're gonna pass it parameter of cell, the wall from the exported, and we're gonna pass itself. That's where it's gonna pass it to the base level node. And then we're gonna have a vector 2D passing it with, I think it's gonna be 8 by 8. And let's go and quickly create this function. Function create instance from tile map. And we're gonna pass it vector 2. And we're gonna pass a prefab, which is the pack scene. And then we're gonna have a parent. I'm gonna assign this node, but you might not want to assign a node because you might want to use different types like node or node 2D to group assets together. So you don't need to assign it this, but it'd be better off just to assign it node. So you can just leave it like this or do this. And then last but not least, we gotta do an offset vector 2. And if it doesn't equal anything, we're gonna set it to vector 2.0. what we're going to do is going to take TileMap, and I'm going to set cell. I'm going to take the chord the x and chord the y, and then comma -1. And we're going to do var pf, and we're going to do this is prefab.instance. And that should be good. Now we want to set the position of the object, where it's all going to start. And the 0, 0 location. So TileMap, map to world, and then we're going to do the coordinate, and then we're going to add the offset that we added. And then what we're going to do is now parent dot add child, and we're going to call pf. That should be everything we need. For one, I believe we don't have a wall packed scene, so let's go and also quickly make that as well. I believe you just need new scene. I'm going to do a static body. Just name this wall. Add a sprite to this. Let's load from here. Animation 3. That looks good. Save this as wall. Yeah, we don't have a wall set up. And what we're going to want to add to this is going to be lights. And we're going to add these to the object. We're going to let a collision shape. So it's exactly the same as the wall we made in the TileMap. So now that out of the way, let's go in. And as you can see here, let's go in and at least test to make sure this works. I believe that should be everything. So now we just run this base level. I think it ran fine. Let's just write print here just to test that it got in here. Oh wait, I forgot we didn't call. We need to call it the deferred function, and we're going to call it the setup tiles. So that should now. Let's go add this print function again. Test. And as you can see, we have a lot of tests printed out. So that looks like it's working properly. So now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and copy this. Now we're going to create 2 more instances, one for the coin and one for the player. And now let's replace these with coin, player, coin. I believe I set it up to be 8 by 11. I did this for later down the line for the animation. It's going to make more sense. And for the player, I did a 4 by 4 since it's only half size. It might look a little bit weird, but let me see now if we load now the coin and load the player now, we should be able to run this. And as you can see, we got all the objects all set and all the coins. I'm not sure, is that a little bit too much in the floor? We can maybe change that, but looks fine. Now that's, I believe, all I wanted to cover in this video. In the next video, I want to go into adding in the animations I added to the game, the jump animations, pickup, and the flow animation. With that out of the way, looks like that's it for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Sorry for the quick update. Try making the next video longer.